Right, and here we are in episode 6. As you can see by the timer, there have been 22 minutes have passed, or where I haven't been recording. I am curious to find out, possibly not by asking where I'm about to ask, but by asking in a slightly more organised place, whether or not people would rather I did this more. Not in FortressCraft, but maybe in Phoenix, or just playing the game. I mean, I'm happy to. Always happy to talk about the game. And do you prefer the sort of the 1 hour chunks, or do you prefer 8-hour videos? It's quite weird, because if Netflix said to me, hey, do you want to watch a 10-hour film? You're like, no. Would you like to watch 20 half-hour things without any gaps between them? You're like, absolutely, that's fine. It's a similar sort of thing. I see videos, sometimes they're 15 minutes long, and I'm like, oh, that's so very long. I don't know if we'll have to wait that long. As ever, let me know your thoughts. I mean, I'm always curious for people's thoughts on not everything. That would be weird. But I can only do stuff based on feedback from people. So if you really like something I do, it's easier as a rule of thumb. If I really like something you do, saying, oh, do that more, rather than going, oh, I don't like the other thing you do. It usually works better just saying more of that thing. Remember I said to myself, don't forget to put down that laser there. I forgot to put down that laser there. What I was thinking about doing was I'll get another couple of logistics hoppers with more tin bars. Crafting. And another pyro with more machine housings. Of course not. I hope you've all noticed I've gone straight for basic smelters. I haven't tried to run everything through. I've seen so many people by this point in the game, they're still running all of their stuff through this smelter because it's slightly faster and slightly more efficient. Don't do it. Just don't do that. What did I just build? Oh yes, I was going to try and build some bigger power storage block. Oh, I need a lot more lightweight machine housings. Sad times. Ah, there you go. I now have them. Crafting. Whoa, one big boy battery block. Worth noting, it requires 4 of the previous tier, but has, I can do the math, 7.5 times the storage. So it is significantly more efficient to build that than, well, than to not. I'm trying to think where I want it. Probably here, because this is a bit of a junction. That will take a while to fill up, but that's okay. And also over here, so there is, oh great. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is my excavator coming up? Oh, blimey, that is not a convenient place in the slightest, is it? Right, we'll go look at that in a moment. We'll worry about the research assembler first. So I can craft the next tier of research pods. I haven't changed these to FortressCraft 2 yet, but they are such a pain in the bum. They really, really are. Just because they are it just requires, oh, even that hasn't worked. Well, that will have to do for the moment. Because they are 2 in, 1 out. They're only 1 by 1. I have changed them. So the token craft things are now large multi-block machines, which give you so many more squares to put things in and out of. But it is working. It needs a lot more power, but you know, power will come. Okay, I've lost the fight. I don't mind losing. When you lose, your next attack will be much smaller. and your base can just generate all the power and stuff. What was I wanting? Tin plates. Oh, no tin plates. So this is, it's getting there. Like that will now back up here. Copper is, so if I were to have a faster smelter here, it wouldn't help. More efficient smelter, you know, maybe a little bit, but not really. I'm still lacking enough copper and stuff. Tin, sorry. And this is not generating it. So I'm not backed up. This is okay. Oh no, no, it's just about on the cusp of backing up then, isn't it? Just. Now we can solve this. Ideally, you don't want to use slow ones, but you can solve it by utilizing more facets on your logistics hopper. Motorized ones are better, and higher tier ones are better still. Can I make some more conveyor belts? No, tin plates. This playthrough is more or less blind. It has been quite a long time since I've played the base game. I would have if you play the game more, certainly more than I do these days, then things like you'd remember that you want your conveyor crafter built in such a way that you build it so you can build your conveyor crafter without it screwing things up. Oh, that doesn't work. I didn't leave myself enough room. What a surprise. Oh, did I accidentally... Look, conveyor. Where is it? There we go. We now have... I'll replace those in a minute, but now we've now got more outs from that. There's also nothing stopping you using multiple logistics hoppers. You can do all sorts of things to maximize the amount of throughput from a single machine. And please do so. I highly recommend this sort of micromanaging of things like that. Yeah, the left and the rights are waiting on the middle. I'm not sure I can get an awful lot more throughput out of this. The next step is either faster conveyor lines, multiple conveyor lines, freight, matter movers. It's kind of approaching the limit of it. Yeah, it's doing 43 a minute. I can't remember what the limit is. Gosh, 11 pages of that. I hope somebody else... All 6 my PTG... Oh, actually, it looks like the base is all fully powered. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. I mean, if all of your PTGs are inactive, that's a good hint. You should probably been getting on with something. Just realised I haven't worked out where my entrance is going to be for this room. Probably here. One thing I haven't done any research on for Phoenix, and I want to, is whether or not I can have multiple ins and outs for a single room. I would like that. As I mentioned previously, single man dev, I have to pick my battles very carefully. I can't pick something that ends up being too complicated or difficult. I won't be able to get it done. There are many things I would love to do with this game, with this engine, but that would require either a vast amount of time or a vast amount of money. So I like the idea of multiple airlocks in a room. I don't know the practicalities of changing the code to make it support that. As you're all aware on this channel, we do not use the J word. We do not say it. All you do is you just... If it was easy, I'd have already done it. Just blocking out where the airlocks will go. Now, if I had the paste, I could have done the room first, but my limiting factor has not been anything other than the... Oh, hold on, I need to answer the phone. What a pain. Back in a moment. Hello? And oh, I am back. Yeah, sorry, I had a phone call. None of you wanted to hear it. Wasn't very exciting. What I was talking about. This is the drawback of doing these pre-recorded things. Is they are it's much harder for me to bounce off things, and no one can remind me. And I'm gonna go, hey, have you remembered to do this? And I'm like, oh man, I forgot. It's fine now. Absolutely fine. Walk backwards off to my death. Just a reminder, this didn't need to be in a room. It's just that the comments recently about, oh, it's such a pain to make rooms, and I've never really found it a problem to make rooms. I've just always been, you know, it's fine. Just build it. Literally, just build the room. I don't have any problems. I don't find it takes a lot of time. I like colouring the rooms. I like putting the airlocks. I like the visuals when you walk in and out of a room. I like them. I honestly, I understand about wanting an auto room builder. I have a great deal of reservations about why about that, and you know, I've been very vocal and clear why I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it takes long enough to build a room to warrant implementing a machine, and that machine would just literally have the upshot that everybody's room would look exactly the bloody same, which would suck. I have done quite a lot of work on Phoenix on the rooms. They are going to be a more integral part. Not for any, in no small part, because rooms confer enormous performance benefits. Absolutely huge amounts of benefit from stuff being in a room. Oops, not my microphone. So it is... that is important. I guess I'll put the room controller here. And that will be the... Oh, if that's the end of the... No, that can't be the end of the room. I was hoping to get underneath the coal vein. Not looking at it right now. I am a busy man. How far back to the right does that coal vein go? Oh, not very. Ah, so that could be the back wall then, can it? So we just have a coal vein just coming up into the room. How all the cool kids are doing it. Oh, further back? Where are we going? Where are we going to? Back one further back. There we go. Oh. Are we allowed machines as walls? Oh, they're not walls, that's the roof. I'm curious the room controller is going to allow me to do what I'm about to try and do. But I guess there is only one way to find out, isn't there? I have no idea what the requirements are to make these. I did try and make them as cheap as possible. I could make that. Don't need it yet. What did rooms come under? Oh, did I not research them? Research points 3. Thought I did. Yeah, I did. Mining, smelting, power storage, logistics, storage, excuse me, progression, consumables, ingredients, manufacturing, decoration, rooms. Okay, what a terrible, terrible icon. Okay, lightweight machine housing. Looks like I wasn't having a very inspired day when I created that one, so one of those, one of those, one of those. One of those, one of those, one of those. And some lights. It's definitely under decoration. Oh no, it's not under decoration. Wait a minute. Oh, did I not research any lights? Again, thought I did. Room light. Oh, do I have to search for room? Is it only self-craft? Ooh. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. I suppose.
Crafting.
Right, outer airlock. Another little Christmas tree look thing there. Does it look through machines? I can't. Let's pop it there, see what it says. Because someone asked for me to improve some things. I kind of went, it kind of does this. Like, it already shows you the extents, puts a hologram on the floor saying, I think this is the floor. It's complaining at me about something somewhere, which I will admit, I can't immediately see. Ah, there it is. What is it complaining about? Shouldn't be looking that low. What are you complaining about? Oh, there might be a diagonal bit on the outside there. Oh. Okay. Slightly confused. Is it that the room is actually that tall? Oh, it is, yes. The room has to be that tall because... yeah, let's copy those markings. Oh. What have I... Oh. Guess who can't count to 3? It's me, by the way. I can't count to 3. I even put a marker there to remind myself exactly where to put it, and then I completely and totally messed it up. There we go. Oh, damn, that looks cool. It does look cool. I do like the lighting so much inside rooms. Fortunately, that is technically outside the room, because I did make the room like an idiot. But you know, it's my world, my rules. I think if I put something on the ceiling, that won't light up because it's not in the same room. Righty-ho. Oh my god, is it genuinely not even crafted the first one yet? It actually hasn't. My word. I also like, it's very quiet in the rooms. I'm hoping to have much more nasty weather in Phoenix. But it's nice being inside. No music, no sound, it's just very, very different feeling to the outside. And controls. Don't remember what I needed or why. Made some lasers. Did I need lasers? Oh no, totally forgotten what I was doing. Telling me to build an ore thief, which does mean I have too much ore in my inventory. So let's sort that out a moment. Let's also pop these in. It does want me to build the next tier of induction, which is not going to be happening in a hurry. Tin is now going at a rate of knots. Did I upgrade my my iron line? I don't know if I did. Do I have a drill? Yes, probably not then. However, power is looking much better now. Oh yeah, so drills, the other thing. Cargo lifts. Yep, so that should be a goal for the rest of this episode, will be cargo lifts. Oh, didn't bring any conveyors. Oh well. I like the radiation chevrons the best. They're all actually very correct. Oddly enough, OSHA doesn't seem to have a marking saying, don't fall in here, it's a long way down. Right now an enhanced drill motor. That is a hole, I hope, all the way to the ceiling. The surface. Have a look. Hopefully there's no ore in the way. Oh, well here's a previous hole. Fine. Do I have my work for excavator on me? Yes I do. Good, good. Oh man, this is a long way in the air, isn't it? So this is where our lithium will come to the surface.
Your base is under
attack. And goodness, that is going to be quite the run, so we won't be doing that right now. We don't have the materials to make it, but yeah, that is where we are going to be coming up from. Let me pop a couple of torches here so I don't have to go around the long way. Hopefully those should be visible from down here. There's our room, looking particularly awesome. Just upgraded that. Don't have. I'd like the next power of energy transmission. I'd like teleporters. I really like teleporters. Simplified experimental pods. I remember why I needed a laser. It was to do that.
Your base is under attack.
Quite often what I do though is I will have a pyro there
Your base is
and I will actually run. No, is that going to be safe? I'm not sure if that will be safe, so if I go underneath it... Do I have any more storage hoppers? Any size? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's technically in a different room. I think, though, I can now pop that on the floor. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, that's now in the same room. It's just pure visuals. Like I said, don't do what I did, which is build your floor and then promptly start excavating into the floor. Yes, I want a downslope conveyor there. And then what I will want is a storage hopper there. At the moment though, let's just put that in there so that... Because that will just get the full 32 PPS off of the pyro. What did I need? Laser? No, batteries. Oh, I have some.
Crafting.
Storage hoppers. Oh, it's copper. Oh, see, copper's all backed up. Copper is asleep. Excellent. That won't last.
Crafting. Crafting.
I should also be carrying around as many as I can. That's now working at a sensible rate. I hope you're all following along and understanding the way I'm laying things out. Well, so that's now going to feed that one with coal, which is 64 PPS, which means that one will actually receive it, which means I can actually... Can I? No, and I'm trying so hard to avoid using vertical conveyors. I really am. So hard.
Crafting.
There's no easy way to sort out that conveyor crafter though. This copper wire is there. I mean, I can get it out. But this is where you end up... Well, this is where you end up playing FortressCraft and not Factorio, I guess, because this is where it all starts getting a bit three-dimensional. So just because I said that, I'm gonna do it. Just on that basis alone. I'm tired of making all of these conveyor belts myself. The heist is pretty good for that because it will automatically put things into your inventory as you walk past it. around there. Okay, and then the other thing we need is tin plates. I feel I'm playing with fire doing that, but never know. Where's my conveyor crafter? Oh, is it a cool machine? Oh, yes, we built that for, or Andy built it rather, for the Adventures Pack, for the hardcore crafting mode. So what we did is we looked at the machines people crafted the most and made sure that they were bespoke machines for that. So the mod or the mutator wasn't really awful. I do try, and it might surprise me, I do try and make things fun as much as... Like, why is that not? That's not how it works. That will work. Yeah, not sure why the slope didn't work. Should have. Oh. Oh no, it upcrossed some basic conveyor belts. That explains why it's tin bar. Right. Suddenly it all starts to make sense. Right, what do you want? You want copper bars. Right, so it's copper bars into... Oh. Don't remember what type of machine this is. I guess I'll find out in a mo. It's a shame that smelters don't record how many bars they used. Right, so this machine does not require conveyor belts. It just requires... That's... Oh, it's not a 3 in, is it? I hate it when I do that. Yes, I hate it when I create things. I try not to. I try very hard now to have 3 in is the limit. Usually it's 2 in, 1 out, or 1 in, 1 out to stop users having to like cram everything around. And if it's power as well, it's even worse. Cannot locate 1 copper bar. Okay, I had to remove his fine. Okay, there we go. I forgot how cool these were. Oh, it's going to put it right back in there, isn't it? Build our base three-dimensionally, he said. What could go wrong, he said. Bear in mind, this is what we call user error. Don't build your base like this. Right, so it's... Oh, wow. So these ones require hoppers, which is all well and good, but that will offload sideways. So I guess I had to put it there. Right, there we go. Is it really hopper in, hopper out? No, good. That's at least a start. And then this one wants... and copper wire. Spread this all out a bit. Ironically, what I don't have enough of right now. Right. So we've got those, that, and we'll assume this. The problem is trying to feed 3 of those into a single machine is a pain in the ass because the hoppers will try and swap. So that means that that needs to go there like that. That needs to go there like that. And I need at least one more. Oh, I don't like this machine. I don't like what I've done. I understand why I did it, because this is supposed to be an upcrafting machine, but I don't like it. So I put a storage hopper there, it will smear in. So I have to put the storage hopper underneath. I don't like encouraging these sort of things. So this one should become that. So we won't come up here. Instead, we will go along. So I've got 200 lithium in there, so let's get rid of my inventory. Right, so copper wire underneath. Don't get me wrong, this is quite a fun crafting challenge. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass. And it is less materials, I'm sure of that. Just that, you know, in retrospect, maybe I should have built this somewhere else. I might swap those two because it doesn't matter which one does what. Watch. So what I might do is carry on going up there with that. And then, oh god, I can't go underneath that one. So, as I said, I'm now getting horrifyingly close to the CPH. What are you lacking? Conveyor belts. So I think these upcraft them wonderfully. This is a 1-to-1 upcraft ratio of the old belt, so that is cool. Right, so this line will become the copper wire in. I noticed there is no copper wire on it anymore. Because... oh no. What? Why is... okay. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know what happened. Do know I still have lots of lithium ore. Oh, that was why. So I turned that off so it wasn't so I could have some resources to test it was working. And now it is working. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come across here. It's a cool machine, it's nice and fast as well. Yeah, I wish I had built this away from my base. I also wish I had started with the basic conveyor crafter. If I were to play again, I would make sure I started with those things rather than trying to jam it in at this point, because that's well, poor thinking ahead, isn't it? Be careful not to go underneath any conveyor belts because they will offload to those. Hooray! Right. Oh, of course. Awesome. We now have mostly done. Well, I'm very tempted, by the way, just to cover that up so I never have to think about it ever again, but I won't. I think you should all be reminded of my shame. But hey, it works. I should have spread stuff out. I should stop doing things like this. So here, like when I connect, this should have gone over to here. Instead of putting machines 2 meters away, put machines 10 meters away. It helps performance. The further away something is, the cheaper it is to render. It also means when you come later on to this sort of stuff, you don't end up with designs that look like that, where you're sinking stuff into the ground. Now that's working. Oh, that does not look like... Damn it. So those are technically inside that room. So I did not do a good job of that room at all. So, but that's 100% user error. I might lower the ceiling one more then. Yeah, I built the room with this weird overhang, and then I built it at the same height. Like I said, that should have been the ceiling there. That's how it's supposed to look. That's where I've told the room controller it is. So if I were to build the room like that, it will all look fine and dandy. Just make a hole in the wall so everything... Oh, you're not gonna do that. Okay, let me delete the room controller. There we go. Because these aren't doing anything because they are outside of the room. So yeah, not a great example of how to do rooms. A good example of why you plan it out slightly. Only slightly. I need to do it slightly. That's all I needed to do. But instead, I just sort of jammed it. Well, what did I do is I jammed it too close to the rest of it. Huh. That's interesting. You can still see the sunlight there. Well, it's certainly an original room, I'll give it that. Marvellous. Well, apart from the fact this isn't working. Well, what's happened? This other reason to have a single line. Oh wow, that's still technically in the room. Let me just temporarily break that. Is it gonna... Yeah, why did I make the... Oh, yes, because of that coal vein. That was what messed me up. So I had that the room should have stopped here, but it's actually gone 2 meters further back. So let me just get rid of the room controller temporarily, so I can see what on earth has gone on out there. Yeah, bringing in the room grommets from the ceiling. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. Well, that really is not very happy, is it? So if I break that, that should... Yeah, so this is, ironically, this is a bug I fixed just the other day. Like, literally just the other day. When the user breaks a room, when they are in the room, then the code doesn't spot it, that they've walked out of that room. So the game will still think you're in a room when you're not. It thinks you're in an airlock specifically. That's so weird though. I mean, I could probably fix some of it just by building it over here. But yeah, I really mess with that. Don't think this is in any way any sort of indictment on rooms. Rooms are brilliant. Just don't do what I did. What's that basic conveyor?
Your base is under attack.
And I'm not sure why the conveyor stopped working, which is why I'm thinking about with the rooms. I mean, the best rule of thumb is try and make them to work rather than try and break them. You'll probably always be able to break them. Just don't do that. Just pretend that they are slightly fickle, because they are. But yeah, this is. I know exactly what I've done wrong, but this is the most broken I've had the rooms in forever, and I've run slam dunk into the bug that I fixed just the other day in Phoenix, which is ironic because there's a post on the FortressCraft forums right now going on saying basically, what bug do you want fixed the most? And somebody mentioned that bug, and I was like, oh, that sounds very annoying, and I fixed it. But unfortunately, I haven't fixed it in this game. Great.
Your base is under attack.
Now we now have coal. We have this going. Okay, good. I remember I only went back there to make some conveyors, and this is the first time I've arrived back. Oh yes, we were doing intermediate minor upgrades. I forgot what I said I'd achieve by the end of this episode, but hopefully I have achieved those things. If you have watched this far, I mean, congratulations, thank you. And hopefully you're just screaming at the screen going, you said you'd... Don't remember. I get also, from previous experience, almost literally you cannot put too many batteries around a research place. So I put the room controller back. Good, that's a room. The new one, the new room, this, how can I put it? That's a bunch of stuff. The new room stuff puts a much nicer... So you put the room controller down and then it shows you the extents of the room in a much better way. So it's much easier to go, oopsie, I've done a derp. As opposed to what I did, which is to build the whole room and then go, oopsie, I've done a derp.
Your base is under attack.
But this is all working now. This is all good. We don't have a lot of coal left, don't think. 22,000. Okay, we've barely gone through half the coal. Defences are going fine. Don't really care if I'm winning or losing. At some point... Oops, yes, mining. Now we've got enhanced drills. I mean, I haven't even found the coal caverns yet. That might be a not a bad thought. So I can go and grab some stuff. Question which of the ore extractors is offline. More paste. Pop off some more crap. Head underground. Oh, I've only got 2. How have I come down here with only 2 conveyor belts? 1, 2. Brilliant. Oh, wait, I have 7 more. I think I had 2. Okay. Copper is now full tier 1. Good, good. Don't know why it stopped now. It stopped. I think one of my goals for the next stream will be to get teleporters. Advance. Oh, right, because cool. We're full on gears. How many gears do I have? 421. Seems like a lot of gears, doesn't it? It will not be a lot of gears. Right, let's have a bit of a dig down past the lithium. And we will see if we got find the coal cavern. That should pretty much be the end of the stream. And the episode. I'll be doing the same again. But basically I'm doing a bit of a playthrough. I don't know which point I will be stopping. I realise this is of very little help if I'm watching the videos back. But Wednesday, it's been very interesting coming back to FortressCraft. Lots of stuff is still, it's because it is a Finnish game as opposed to Evolved Phoenix, which is very much not a Finnish game. It has been very nicely polished, and I do try to be critical of my own work. I don't see why people think this game isn't polished. I play a lot. I played Minecraft on the Xbox recently. I spent the entire day, the entire session, with the words "press start to join player 3" in the middle of my screen the whole time. And FortressCraft is not as polished as I would want it to be. It is not perfect by any means, but it's a hell of a lot better than some of the other games I've played, and that confuses me. I feel sometimes I'm being held to a higher standard than other games. I don't mind doing my absolute best on things. I always try and do my best when I do anything. I never sort of chuck anything out, but when I look at other games, I'm like, well, they're not. You know, I want to be. My God, how much coal is this? I want to be better, but they've got, you know, millions of dollars invested in them, and I've got, you know, I've got my patrons. So, yeah, I'll do my best. Promise, always, always, always. But there is a limit to what I can do compared to other games. So probably do a U-turn and come back. Let's do that here. Oh, that cave. Oh, that's just an overdig. Because our base is over that way. There's our base. And it's quite annoying later on when you have to run stuff down from the surface if you've managed to go over a couple of 100 meters. Don't remember where the coal caves start. Minus 200 meters or so. I should really know the exact depth, but I don't. I do wonder if in FortressCraft Phoenix I should implement something like a machine that does a big, like, EM burst, takes loads of energy, and then mobs don't attack you for ages. As I've mentioned before, mobs attacking you isn't really a particularly... doesn't really mean anything. It's just there to sort of add flavour and resources. So if you want to opt out of it for a while, you can. Because I see people like doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things about threat, and it's like, just fight them. You'll win. Ultimately, the mobs can only go to a certain level of attack, and there is no limit to your defense. Absolutely none whatsoever. Well, there is, I mean, your frame rate, but no hard limit. Have I got hypothermia? It's warm. Actually, I did the research on that before implementing it. You can get hypothermia in like 30-degree water. It just takes a very, very long time to get hypothermia. As long as it's colder than blood temperature, you can get hypothermia from it. It's just that the colder it is, the quicker you get hypothermia. But yeah, I found that quite. I come up with the low. It's something quite. It's something like 25-degree water. You can get hypothermia in it, but it will take you a while. I mean, I'm from England. We don't even have baths that hot. Please note this is not safety advice. I do not recommend that you hang around in any body of water for any period of time, unless you are very confident you're not going to get hypothermia. And why I say confident you're not going to get hypothermia, I don't mean some guy on the internet who writes computer games said that. But yeah, I've done a weird amount of research on a weird amount of things like ore beneficiation and where's my U-turn? And you know what temperature metals melt at, and all the weird bits and bobs that I need to know in order to write the game. To the point where I don't know if you remember when Google used to put adverts in your email, and it was brilliant because I had one saying, "Do you need to drill down more than 500 meters without heeding the EPA regulations around?" And I was like, "What?" And it was trying to sell me a carbon diamond drill designed for like deep bore mining, and I must have been the first person to ever hit their keyword search, because it used to scan your emails and say, "Oh, you use this word," and they must have been like, there must have been like an alarm gone off in their bit, going, we finally found someone who might do it. I'm surprised they get phone calls saying, "Do you want one?" It's like, I don't know. But yeah, I was thoroughly amused that that happened. I wish I kept the email now, like the spam, because it was genuinely, "Do you want to drill lower than 400 meters but are having problems hitting the EPA regulations for deep core mining?" I'm like, no, but I understand why you might think I had been. Could really do with more hoppers. I guess that doesn't really help, does it? The problem is that this is bottlenecked, the heist itself. Is that our cold cavern? Oh no, it's not. That's deep stone. Oh yeah, I did that on purpose. I wish I hadn't now. So when you get down to a certain depth, you ping unknown, and deep stone is just above cold cavern. So you're like, "Aha, what's this?" But until you come back and researched it, you don't get to find the cold stone. But yeah, well, let's see if I've got time. I'm nearly out of time, so I said these have to be less than an hour, because the way I've got OBS set up. So yes, I will. Oh, my lava's finished. Good. So next goal is cargo lifts, possibly venturing into the cold caverns. I don't know if anybody's met at this point. If you do, say hi. If you've just skipped to the end, I'll give you the benefit of that. Say hi anyway. It has been interesting playing the game again. I will be continuing at least for a little while. I don't know exactly how long, so you can expect a few more of these. I also don't know how I'm going to structure these, whether I'm going to just upload them all in one go or like one a day, but I'll certainly upload one tonight and see how it goes. I was going to say, if you have any feedback, let me know, but of course by the time you see this, the fifth one will be up. Fifth one. It's all very complicated, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully then I will find the cold caverns, and that will, well, actually no, I'm out of time. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all again on the next episode. I'm just going to dig because I've got 30 seconds left. See, the text has gone blue at the top. Torches are putting out a blue light. I found the cold caverns. Awesome. That's a good place to stop because then I don't die. I will hit stop now. Thank you very much for watching. You're all very brilliant people, and I love you all very much. Now it's time to stop recording.